All right, we're well defended. It's time to drill. So it's time to drill in the asteroid a little bit more so we can put more rooms and other things like that. But what is the more efficient way of drilling? The gravity collecting style is actually pretty decent, but we want to make a nice hole down here. The gravity collector version, unfortunately, doesn't go with the base, so it's more freehand drilling. So a traditional style drill system like this right here, where you have several pistons and hinge system, where you can bring it up and down to drill out a deep hole like this and make it straight and everything like that, so you can make a nice hole. It works well, but then you always gotta kind of like either grind it down, use another ship to move it around and everything like that. But what if we decide to do something like a modular drill ship? Something like this. Basically a hydrogen ship, bunch of drills, and a merge block connector here to transfer the materials and drill out a straight line. So is this a better and more efficient way to drill? Yeah, so the point of this is to have something we can move around easily without having to kind of grind out all the drills and everything like that, and then add more pistons and then having to reattach it and everything like that. So might as well turn it into a ship, make it a modular drill ship, if anything. So I don't have to worry too much about kind of grinding down the drills or removing the drills, get another ship to kind of carry it. We don't have much room here, to be honest. So this seems to be a better way so that we can add more pistons along the way. So we just got to unhook the ship, fly it away, add the pistons, and then keep going forwards, basically. So as you see here, now we just ran out of room, so we have only 3 pistons. We can easily get into our drill ship here, unmerge it, unconnect it, and then we reverse our piston just to add a whole bunch more pistons here. So we should be able to line up a decent chunk of them. So we don't necessarily need the merge block, but the merge block is more or less to keep as straight as possible. I haven't really solved the issue with the building of the pistons, but it solves for the drill itself, so I don't have to redo that. But it's easy enough to rebuild pistons or create more pistons than it is to grind down the drills. What we've done before in the past is get a relatively small ship and carry the drills, but that usually causes issues too. So try to forgo that to do this instead, and kind of seems okay. But if I could solve this issue of having to redo pistons, that would be a lot better, obviously. So I was doing this mainly because I don't have a lot of space and I want to collect the stone. We're gonna back up over here and get merged back in. We're gonna turn the merge block on so we can get in there. Oop, there's a chance that we might clang out because we forgot to do something, and it's the pistons we forgot to do shared inertia. But if I did shared inertia everything all at once, it will be a bit of a problem. Whip into the top. So we're not going to do everything at once. There we go. So we are set here, and of course we want to lock in. Yeah, so once we need to go a little higher, we could then kind of build out another piston up here and go straight deep down too. So kind of mixed thoughts about it, because it kind of works, kind of doesn't work that well. Especially when we need to go higher and everything like that. But at least we have a drill ship that we could just move around instead of having to constantly rebuild it and everything like that. I think we're more than efficient with all the stones, so I might change these drills to do clear terrain mode. So that's like right-click drilling, basically. And that should just give us a nice big hole going forward. I am trying to drill through the asteroid to the other side, so we have 2 openings. And if we need more resources, we'll continue to drill. But I think we just overfilled all our cargo containers and everything like that with stone. So refinery, I need our refinery to work a little bit faster and not work on cobalt, which we did go out and mine on our own as well. Okay, so this is seemingly not too bad. It's a big hole here. Oh, we got an extra little bit of a mining hole here too. Interesting. That could be a nice little room for something. And looks like we're still kind of going, so that's fine. Now we just gotta bring all the pistons back, and it'll be a nice big roomy hole back here. I was intending to use this as the drill ship, but it's too big to fit through whatever crevice we have here. So that was out of the picture. And you may have noticed our gravity collector fan had changed a little bit. So I did redesign it slightly. So I put the ramps on both sides and then with a little bit of a collection piece here on the top and the camera right in the middle. And this time it's sitting on the custom turret control itself. And of course, we have some lights to show that it's on or off, basically. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a button to do it on and off, but we can always go here and remote into it and do on and off. And then when we turn it on, lights turn green based on the new updates. So that'll help collect everything up front. And it'll collect stuff in the back, although we could do the same fan thing in the back. We did it this way, so we can still collect it. So it goes into these collectors. Not the most efficient way, but it kind of helps. So if you want to collect things like that, it'll bounce right in. And collecting ice on the side here worked out pretty well. One key thing I did have to do was increase the item limit in the advanced settings. It's initially or defaulted to 100. I moved it to 500. All right, so that's nicely drilled out. So we can go and drill upwards. One thing that's a problem right this moment is that the drills are filled with stone. So it's a little bit on the heavy side. Should be okay. It's kind of wiggling it about, which is not fun. Okay, so we go right-click drill going forward, and that should give us a nice big old hole. And we still need to do that up front as well, so we can have a little bit of a ship station, which is going to be mostly, it looks like we could fit mostly small grid now, but if we make it a little bit bigger, we could have a bunch of ships inside, which we don't need ships inside. We can leave them outside. Not a big deal. So we'll let that work itself out and not worry too much about it. And one thing we did was a bit of a time lapse. We'll leave it at the end, but we did make mistakes. A couple of them. We had a bit of a drill mistake. And then a really horrible mistake. And that is using this drill ship. We had it unfortunately on throw out all and collect all. My collector was facing the opposite side. And I didn't fix this properly. So a lot of my ingots, ores, or whatever the case may be, all my materials flowed out, hung around, and disappeared. We lost a ton of materials. But it's fine because we were able to recover and drill through here. I don't think we had like the good stuff like platinum, gold, and silver. So I'm not worried about losing too much. We did lose a lot of cobalt, but we did mine for cobalt not too far away as well. Okay, so how far is this asteroid gonna reach? We got up to this point here. I feel like, do I want to drill down the bottom too? I don't know if I want to do that. I might want to set some kind of hinge limit here as well. So we're at -90. Okay, so our upper limit should be at 0 then, if anything, just in case. So that way, if we did reverse, it shouldn't go lower than 0. And it should be a nice straight line. I think we'll leave this kind of groomed out like that. Yeah, we can leave it groomed out like that. That's not a big deal. And that seems to be fine. All right, we are way backlogged with way too much stuff. And I think we might be able to get this through the asteroid with a few more pistons, I believe. Let's do a GPS marker right here. Literally right here. And we'll see if we can get to the other side and see how much drilling is left to get to the other side. I don't think it's too much. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too much. Ah, we're almost out of there. We're 32 meters away from the GPS pointer. So I think we just need 3 to 4 more pistons, and that should get us to where we need to get to. So we'll do the unlocking of things. And we probably just need to do maybe 1 or 2. Oh, we might lose some stone here, but it's fine. Okay, we added about 4 new pistons. We're going to back this thing up. Ooh, before we do that, almost forgot sheared inertia once again. So that's going to be a no-go. And we're good. All right, we just got to turn on the drills. And we just got to all the pistons to move forward once again. I mean, only a few of them are not moved. So the few that we retracted and the new ones that we got. So hopefully that'll punch right through this wall. All right, so as you saw, didn't really take too much more to get that nice little hole on this end of it. And is that ice right there? Wow, there's actually ice right here too. All right, so I put another large car container so I could store the stone that was in the drill, so make it too heavy up front. So it looks like we were able to drill out this portion relatively quickly, and it's a nice little opening on the asteroid here. We're a little close to the edge, so ideally we're gonna go this way. I kind of had plans to drill out this whole entire section here and split the asteroid for whatever reasons. I don't know if I really want to do that, but it's a potential thing I may do. And also, there's another hole somewhere in this asteroid which we could have just utilized instead too. Right here. So it looks like it's underneath us a bit and going a different direction. So this is a nice little spot as well for other things that we can store here too. And looks like we got something right here. What is this? Piece of a drone. It looks like, and it does have Gatlin. So what are you doing here? It looks like we do have a shakedown drone again. But I'm not worried too much. Unless it comes from the rear. That's going to be interesting. It does fly through here and start shooting us. Because we did not put any weapons on this end. Which is actually kind of worrying me now. So I'm going to grab the consignment drone right here. Hope it doesn't have too much any stone in here. We don't. We are missing some ammo though. That's not great. I need to put some more autocannon shells in here. Hey, it looks like I don't have any more. Okay. Oh, you know what could have happened? When I tossed everything like a moron, I lost a ton of mats, and that probably is part of it. Lost all the magnesium that we had, so we're gonna have to go and grab some. Looks like we have some right there. 17 away. So we should be okay. Why is this so heavy? We're so hard to fly for some reason. We're just gonna put a consignment drone out. Right out here on this end. Just to sit out there and protect ourselves. Just in case we get attacked here. So we're gonna sit them right here on the outside. We have our defenses on. Yes, we do. So this will protect us on this side just in case. And it's soaking up the sun anyway. We did take a shakedown drone as well because during the time lapse, it ended up kind of like just sitting there. So I went to go chase it and grabbed it. And it came in perfect condition. I just had to take out the autocannon here and it worked out pretty well. And I converted this to have a mag plate. So I was thinking of using this to grab unknown signals for me by, you know, sending it out there. I'll control it later and grab it. I don't know what's wrong with it. It seemingly just likes to crash into things, even though it has collision avoidance on. So I'm not gonna deal with that. All right, so we kind of need to fix this as well, but we could do that a little bit later. I don't want to remove the pistons just yet. What we can do is actually throw in a projector, and with the projector, we can do a blueprint system because off camera we did a bit of a wall, and we just got to push this forward. So I'm not sure which side is which. It's a 13 by 15. So if this is 13, then we're the wrong way around. So 13 is this way and 15 is going to be that way. So we need to fix that a little bit. So we need to, let's just push this thing forward ever so slightly. I think it's a yaw. Maybe a pitch. Maybe, yeah, that looks about right. So we just bring this forward right to the edge. We need horizontal change here. We just needed to get it exact. Oh, we got it perfectly there. And it looks like we just got to bring it down one in terms of vertical. Right there. So that should give us a 13 by 15 grid right here throughout. And unfortunately, this looks like an issue. So the grooves here, oh shoot. Not low enough for the steel plates. That's not good. It looks like we might have to angle the hinge down ever so slightly so it can grab it more. So instead of a 0, we probably got to do like a maybe 5 degrees lower, or it could be even 10. That wouldn't be a big deal. We just have it kind of drill it down. Right click. Yeah, that's a little bit better, but we need to go back a little bit more eventually. I think we'll leave it for now. We're just going to have to drill forward this way. And hopefully it'll be long enough. It should be long enough to grab the rest, but we needed to open up this so then these things could be automatically welded up. And to do the automatic welding, of course, we'll just throw in a whole welding system here. So I guess as this thing is moving, we'll just do that right now. We'll just do this. We'll throw in a welder going down this way. Might hit it though. So that's not going to be perfect, but we'll just grab one to see what happens first. Going backwards. It looks like it's going to hit it a bit. Our drone needs to move a little bit. That was a close one. Which I just got nicked by the drill system. Okay, that should be good. We'll bring this thing back. So I don't know if it's going to nick it or not in terms of the welder. I hope not. It should work out okay, so let's just do this. Probably should have just attached it to the ship instead. That would probably been a little bit better. Okay, it looks kind of okay. I'm not sure. So the welders, I turn them on. Nope, that worked perfectly fine. So as much steel plates as we have, I don't know, we produced enough, but hopefully we did. Looks like we are out of iron. There's no way we're out of iron. We are out of iron. Well, we're producing a whole bunch of steel plates. So hopefully this is more than enough steel plates to get us through. So if we throw all our pistons forward again, should be slow enough to kind of get all this welded, I believe. I hope so, at least. Alright, looks good. The only problem is the edges here, which is kind of missing. But it's fine. Here's some of the stone sticking out. And the best part about this, all we have to do is get the projector moving forward just a tiny bit more. Get forward, offset this a little bit. Of course, I gotta make this even longer. I could just cut it. I could cut the flooring down right over here, to be honest, and blueprint it to make it longer. So I might do that for the ceiling and potentially the walls. But I think the walls won't be as tall, potentially. I'm not sure yet, but we do have it pretty high up. So if we make yeah, it's gonna be a lot of drilling. So we're gonna have to do a lot of that off cam or time lapse wise. I'm thinking this is the frame. This is probably gonna get cut out a little bit. So it's gonna go all the way around this way. And if we do plan to really cut through the asteroid, like basically a hamburger basically, and we live on the meat side, and the buns will be the asteroid, that could potentially work out okay. Much of the building may be time lapses. Let me know in the comments down below if you prefer it to be time lapses or you prefer me to kind of like walk through the ideas of building it as we go. But yeah, that's basically it for today. And also, as promised, here's the time lapse. Alright, so don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, even just say hi, and of course, I will see you guys next time. Bye.